Hello there guys, welcome to a video which is a Zhongli guide. In this video I'm going to quickly go over everything you need to know about Zhongli. So Zhongli's banner is here right now, and if you pulled him, then this video will help you a lot because I'm going to tell you basically everything you need to know about Zhongli. I've had and played Zhongli since his first banner, so I feel I'm qualified enough to talk on this subject. So first off, Zhongli, there are two ways to build him. You build him as a DPS if you don't have any other better option, or you build him as a support that helps you survive and do extra damage. So we'll go over DPS first since that's much easier. DPS, there's really only one way to build him if you want to build him DPS, which is 2 set Noblesse and 2 set Archaic Petra, because 15% geo damage bonus and 20% elemental burst damage. Now, as for weapons, there isn't really a good free-to-play weapon, but if you really want to go free-to-play, then Black Tassel is going to be your best bet, because Black Tassel gives HP %, which his passive allows him to basically boost his normal attack, his E, and his ult, basically everything, just with the HP. So Black Tassel is a really good free-to-play choice. However, if you can spend some money, Deathmatch is an available option. However, if you have Lithic Spear at Refinement 3 or above, mathematically Lithic Spear is actually stronger than Deathmatch. Especially if you have at least 2 characters or more that are from Liyue, because Lithic Spear's passive is that for every character in Liyue, you get an attack % increase and crit rate increase. I have Refinement 5, so it's 11% attack and 7% crit rate. If you have this at Refinement 5, it's a must use, because already at Refinement 3, it's already much better than Deathmatch. Even at lower refinements, at Refinement 1, it's also better than Deathmatch, but you need 3 Liyue characters for that, for you to actually really notice a difference, because that extra crit rate really helps. Because at Refinement 1, it only gives 3% crit rate and 7% attack. Whereas Deathmatch can give a good amount of attack, like 24%. And also, Lithic Spear's base attack is much higher. Lithic Spear's base attack is much higher because, as you can see, it's only level 67, yet it's 416, but Deathmatch is level 90 and it's only 454. And base attack is a pretty big part of the game as well. And of course, if we're talking 5-star weapons, Staff of Holma is the best, and then it's Primordial Jade Spear, which is the second best, and then everything else is kind of equal. So those are his weapons. And if you want to play Zhongli DPS, then it's very important you have a second Geo character in the team. Now, if you want to play Zhongli as DPS, I've noticed a lot of players say that Ningguang is his best partner, which, after playing Zhongli a lot, I don't necessarily agree with, because I'll show you exactly why. So I have the three main candidates here.
This world is full of
there we go.
mysteries. Understood.
So Zhongli with Ningguang sounds great, because Ningguang has this wall where if you walk past it, you get 12% geo damage bonus. But the main problem with Ningguang is this. You place down Zhongli Pillar, and then Ningguang's E is really big. You have to really go for space, and sometimes that's not exactly possible when there's not that much space, like in Abyss when it's a bit more cramped. Especially against Geo Visharps when they're attacking you so much. And Ningguang can only place one wall at a time. And if you've noticed, Zhongli's E here, it resonates. And if you're running Zhongli DPS, you want to utilize this as much as possible. Now the Geo Construct limit, for those of you who don't know, is 3. Because notice how I have 3. If I place a 4th one of them gets destroyed immediately, because only 3 can be placed down at a time. So Zhongli's E can only have 3 resonating at once, which is good and all, But you can't really utilize that most of the time with Ningguang since you can only place one wall. and even with Albedo, you can only place one flower. Which is why, actually, in my opinion, the best partner for Zhongli is actually the Traveler. Because you can place 2 Geo constructs. So it fully utilizes Zhongli's E. And another bonus thing is that her ult creates 4 extra structures. And these structures don't count to the 3 structure limit for some reason. So this allows up to 7 structures if you position yourself very correctly to have the Zhongli resonance, and the damage really stacks up. Not to mention Traveler's damage is also very high as well. A lot of people overlook Traveler, especially Geo, but look at that. This 422%. This is level 6 because we get 3 for free. And it's doing 422, this is 252, and there are 4 shockwaves. So technically this is around 1000%. Traveler has some really high modifiers. It's just that her stats are a bit low, but that's okay since her modifiers are so high. And if you don't want to build Traveler, then I would say Albedo is also a better partner than Ningguang, because Albedo has this neat part where his E also attacks every 2 seconds as well, separately, which allows for more attacks. Now here's a clip of me in Abyss showcasing Zhongli DPS. Zhongli DPS is also good, because if you notice here, I'm doing the chamber against Geo Vishaps with this Geo team. There's no buffer technically because I did not bring any character like Bennett. This is just pure Geo power. And against Geo Vishaps that have 50% Geo resistance, which means all my damage from Geo is cut in half, I'm still able to clear this in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Every journey has its stabilize.
Which says a lot since damage is halved. So technically I could have actually done this in 45 seconds if there was no damage reduction. If the damage resistance against Geo wasn't so high. So this is how you can make Zhongli viable as a DPS. He's actually pretty good as a DPS, but you need another Geo character if you want to play him like that. And now, in case you are a player who, like me, you already have DPSs that way outdamage Zhongli, like Hu Tao Ganyu for example, or if you have Xiao and Klee, then Zhongli is going to be your support. Now, there are 2 main artifact sets that we're going to talk about. First one is the newest one, Tenacity of the Millilith. It's a very good artifact set. Now, I have not grinded this up yet, so I'm going to use Honey Hunter for now. I'm going to use Honey for now because artifact RNG is very mean to me. All I've been getting is the other piece. So yeah. Anyways, the 2-piece set bonus gives HP increase by 20%, which helps Zhongli because Zhongli's shield scales around HP. Like right now my Zhongli's HP is around 29,647, which gives my Zhongli around 16k in terms of effective shield. And an HP increase by 20% is gonna make my shield even stronger, which for a lot of people will help a lot. Like for example, if you're running Ganyu is very squishy, even though she's ranged. So if you play her properly, she'll be very far from the enemies that the enemies will hit. But just in case you really want to be close to get those headshots, you can use Zhongli's shield and basically just sit there and tank, and not have to worry while being able to aim with Ganyu very easily. And the 4-piece set bonus is the support, where attack of all nearby party members is increased by 20% and their shield strength is increased by 30% for 3 seconds when an E hits. And the best part is that with that set, it can trigger even if Zhongli's not on the field. Like say for example, you put this on Zhongli. This is his E, and you see how his E attacks every 2 seconds. that means it activates the passive, the 4-set passive of 20% increased attack and shield strength 30%. And each time it activates for 3 seconds, and Zhongli's attacks are roughly 2 seconds. Zhongli Pillar attacks every 2 seconds, so you basically effectively have this buff at all times. Now this is a extremely good artifact set for Zhongli, and it's the most convenient option. Because now I'm going to get into the build. Now I'm going to go into the build that a lot of people discredit for and really undervalue. Because after playing with Zhongli since his release, I've been playing him as DPS Zhongli, but recently I got Ganyu Cow, so I've been playing support Zhongli, and I think it's very hard to top this support, because this support is just so good. And it is 4-set Petra. Yes, 4-set Petra. A lot of people consider 4-set Petra useless, but that's not the case. Because it's actually very easy to proc most of the time, and 35% damage bonus is a humongous amount. For reference, using a pyro character and doing vaporize gives 1.5 times extra damage, which is 50%. This is 35%, not for one hit, for 10 seconds. Now, for some of you that are a bit familiar with this artifact set, you might think that this is a bit hard to pull off sometimes, but it really is not. And I'll show you exactly why. So now here I'm going to show you how much damage Hu Tao does without the thing, without the arcade buff, and she does, if I can see this clearly, 40k on charge attack. Now, if I decide to pick one of these up, like so, then she does 47,000 on charge attack instead of 40,000. 7,000 wouldn't look like much, but when you're trying to bring out as much damage as possible, that's humongous. 7,000 just from doing nothing except picking up a crystal, which you can actually get many crystals at once pretty easily because of Zhongli's E once again. Since it attacks very often, every 2 seconds to be exact, it can create a crystal every 2 seconds. And if you're attacking with your main DPS, then you're inflicting the enemy with that element anyway. So you're gonna make a bunch of actual crystals. So what you can do is you can occasionally switch to Zhongli because you need to switch them anyway to refresh the shield. And then you pick up a shard, and you just switch back, and then there you go. There's a 35% damage bonus for 10 seconds. There's not really anything like that currently in the game. There's not really anything like that can actually boost damage this easily. Because boosting 7,000 out of 40,000 is actually pretty huge. Especially since it's completely free for 10 seconds. Which is why I like Archaic Petra 4-set so much. Now, some bad things about 4-set Archaic Petra is that it does not work on Anemo or Geo, because it has to be an element that it can crystallize with, and it cannot crystallize with Anemo or Geo, but it's fine. So if you're running, like, let's say Xiao DPS, then Tenacity of the middle left will indeed be your best bet, simply because 4-set Petra does not work. But otherwise, if you're using a main DPS that's not Anemo or Geo, then I highly recommend Archaic Petra. It might feel wonky at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's very easy. Because Zhongli's E passively attacking creates a lot of shards for you. You just need to pick them up at the right time to get that 35% extra damage. Which 35% is an absolutely bonkers amount. Because as a lot of you know, damage bonus is huge, especially on Goblet. It's 46%. You're getting 35% from this artifact set, which is almost 3/4 of an entire goblet. That is humongous, and losing out on that is just kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Which is why me playing Zhongli support, I always play with this set, because my main DPSs are Hu Tao and Ganyu, which both of them see insanely significant increases in damage. And it's very easy because I switched to Zhongli anyway. I would switch to Zhongli anyway to get his shield, so might as well also pick up a crystal that would take like 1 second and then get extra 35% damage. Oh yeah, Zhongli is also an amazing miner if you didn't know. He's probably the best miner in the game. But anyways, yeah, that's about it for Zhongli. He's a very strong shield character, and you can build him as a DPS if you want to play a Geo team. Or you build him as a support, which gives a super strong shield, and he can also buff your team as well, depending on whether or not you're running Tenacity of the Millelith, the new artifact set, or 4-set Petra. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.